forgot what I was gonna say. Hey everybody, welcome back to another Sustainable Sunday. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how you can make use out of a couple sustainable items that you already have lying at home. I feel like with sustainability and zero waste, we're so used to buying eco-friendly swaps or eco-friendly alternatives. It's always like buy, buy, buy. There's so much consumerism involved in it. And where I feel like, yeah, we do have to buy new eco-friendly products in order to replace the non-eco products, there's so much that we already have lying at home that we don't even think about that we can make use of today, make our life more sustainable without buying so many new things. So today's video is primarily going to be on how you can make use out of things that you already have at home and live a more sustainable life today without buying all the new products. So without further ado, let's get started on swap number 1. Swap 1 is propagate instead of buying new plants. So propagating is honestly super simple. Remember that with different plants, the method may change. So don't use this for every single plant you have. I'm using golden pothos. Trailing plants are usually the easiest to begin with. So I would get started with a plant like this first. Make sure when you're cutting that you're cutting just a couple inches away from the node. You want to make sure that there are a couple leaves that you're cutting away from. And when you do cut the little stem, you want to make sure it's at a 45-degree angle so that the root can really grow from it. Then I just used some of my old jars and I put some water in it, stuck the plant in, then you just kind of leave it in the sun and you wait to see the roots grow. This one I've had in for about 3 weeks now, so it does take a little bit of time, but I promise you it's worth it. Swap 2 is repurposing your food scraps. So here we're going to make a homemade plant fertilizer. You want to peel an old banana, about 2 to 3 would be best. Stick the peels in a jar, and then fill that jar up with water, and let it sit for about 48 hours, and then you water your plants with that banana water. Now if you have orange peels lying around, it makes a really nice multi-purpose cleaner. You want to put the orange peels in a jar and fill it up with distilled white vinegar. You let this sit for about 2 weeks, and then in a spray bottle, you fill it up with half water, half vinegar, and there's your multi-purpose cleaner. Swap 3 is upcycling your old jars. Now for some reason, we've created this false perception that all our jars need to be the same size, they need to look the same. Really, there is no need. A jar is a jar, you just need it to hold stuff. So I'm going to tell you that you can honestly just use what you have at home. I like to use pasta jars like this. They work just fine. And what I do is I just take off the label using this little recipe. And once it's all off, honestly, it looks brand new. And there's no need for you to buy new jars. It really defeats the purpose. And even if your jars are different sizes, there's no problem with that. The point is to use what you already have. Swap number 4. Super, super simple. All I'm asking you to do is replace that plastic cutlery with cutlery you already have at home. Very easy. Swap 5, using our grocery bags as trash bags. So this is something I do pretty much every day. I just took out the trash here, so it's not really a good example, but I just like to use my old grocery bags instead of plastic trash bags. Works great. Now the last one is something that I feel a lot of people don't really talk about, and that's just repairing things. Here I'm showing you how I repaired a little hole in my dress, made it brand new, no reason for me to buy a new dress, and you can do this with anything, maybe jars or cups or tables, chairs, clothes. Instead of buying new items, why don't you sit down and repair them? So if you found this helpful and you'd like to see a part 2, or if you just have more suggestions, or if you have some simple sustainable switches that you think that I haven't mentioned, please, please, please drop a comment below. I would love to hear, and other people can learn from you too. You know, we're all learning from each other. It's so important to remember that the zero waste journey, the sustainability journey, it's all a learning curve. I don't know everything, you know, I'm learning from other people, and as I'm learning, I'm sharing with you. So it's so important to keep educating ourselves and, you know, to staying aware about this whole sustainability journey. And as always, I would really appreciate it if you hit like and subscribe, and I will see you next Sunday for another Sustainable Sunday.